get her for 15 more minutes. Let's get the show on the road, YouTube.
All right. We're back.
There we go. Ta-da!
We are back.
Should be back, folks.
Yeah. Ain't nobody died.
No. I threatened YouTube. I said, we only got her for 15 more minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, Maria, somebody adjust the rabbit ears. You don't even remember those days, Maria.
Yeah, if you're not seeing the, or you might have to type it, if they're not seeing or hearing the video, tell them to refresh. It should be there.
There's a real bad echo when I'm talking. Can you hear it?
No. We did not hear it. Maria, we broke the internet. All right.
Okay.
All right. So, we'll just try this again. We'll keep going. I don't know what happened. Everything looked good here, and then it just went, someplace in a handbasket. So, I'm not seeing any problems. So everything looks good, and we'll just continue. Where were we at? Since everybody's back, let's get this other trivia question out of the way.
Another chance to win that $2 bill.
This one's a hard one.
Well, after that, there's a question up here from.
Okay. Simple rules. You can only win once every 4 weeks. You must be the first person to answer the question correctly in the chat window as it is received and recorded on the stream here. That stream is embedded in the screen so everybody can see it. If you are the first person to answer the question correctly, we'll announce it here. Please send us an email with your mailing address to twofamilyhomestead@gmail.com, and you will be receiving in return mail a $2 bill. So question number 2. Besides a veterinarian, what did I want to be when I grew up? Of course, she has many years to go for this.
That's right. She's only a kid.
Hey, I've got gray hair that I'm quite excited about.
You earned them. You have children.
That's my wisdom glitter.
Mm-hmm. Between children and a husband, you earned them gray hairs.
Yes.
A singer? That's a good guess.
Nope.
But that's not it. Lawyer? No. Actress, mother and homesteader, dancer, teaching, beautician.
And Rosanna, she has her pole down in the basement she practices with.
Teacher, doctor, no. Not a comedian. Not a nurse. Good guesses. An exotic dancer. Taxi driver.
I ain't got the body for that.
What, the taxi driver?
Yeah, that too.
A grandmother. She is a while there.
Race car driver? No.
Although I drive like one.
I was going to say, I've seen some of them people.
Now listen, I had talked about this before in live streams, that this was what I wanted to do. I wanted to go to this type of school if I would have not went to vet school and failed. But if I would have not went to vet school, that's what I wanted to do.
Did we stump them?
I think so.
Yeah.
I still enjoy doing this. I just don't do it professionally.
Zaton's relatively close. A detective, a forest ranger, a chicken farmer, interior design. Baker is not correct. Singer. Mariah should know this. There we go. Angela and Charlie, practical modern homestead, a chef.
Yep.
Angela and Charlie, practical modern homestead.
Who will be our guests on August 27th.
Yes, we're going to have them on the show on August the 27th.
Send us your name and address to familyhomestead@gmail.com. It's gone again. Looks okay to me.
It's only because the buffer's caught up. This has...
Still okay?
No, it's not good.
Not good?
Not good.
Are we fading away?
We're fading away.
Chicken fertility specialist. Yeah, now.
Chicken fertility specialist?
Maria, how would you do that?
You hatch all the eggs.
Oh, well, bummer. YouTube's been doing this to quite a few channels lately. Oh, there we go. I just went offline. And we're back. I'm frozen on my screen.
Could be downstairs.
Yes, could be.
Okay. Yeah, we're off. Back on.
Like a yo-yo.
Well, let's
I'm cursed.
Oh, it's not you. This happened 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Last week was fine. 2 weeks ago, it did this with YouTube.
Cherish, if you could travel anywhere, where would you go?
Oh, Lord. Scotland.
Cool. Why Scotland?
As crazy as it sounds, I watched a television series and it was shot in Scotland, and I just saw it and I was just like, I would love to see that in person. Love to see that in person.
Landscaping is something else, isn't it?
Yeah. John's family are all Scots-Irish, and so I would really like to go.
That would have
go and explore. Mine are too, but I have a lot more German than anything.
Cool. Have you ever done one of those DNA tests?
I did. I've actually done both. I did 23andMe and Ancestry both just to see which was more accurate.
Uh-huh.
Ancestry is definitely more accurate. A lot more accurate. My maiden name was Fritz. And it said I had 33% German. I was like, I could see that. I could see that.
Yeah, I've often thought of, not me so much, but I wanted my daughter to do it, or even my grandson, her son, because my oldest child, my daughter, her dad was from Israel. I wasn't smart.
Oh, that'd be neat.
I wasn't smart enough to leave him over there. I brought him here to marry him. What was I thinking?
Hey, we all do crazy things.
I'm telling you, I had to do it twice before I learned. Before we leave you all,
and now it's green.
Before we leave you all, I contacted Hope this afternoon before all this we need a person for tonight came up and asked for her address, because back in March, when Deep South Homestead was getting things ready for their gathering, is what they called it, Hope was going to be coming with her brother at first, and then I think it was her mother. Daryl made for each and every YouTube channel that came, and Rusty and Lou can testify, he made wooden plaques for each and every one that we knew that was on the list. And quite a few didn't make it.
And these are routed out. I mean, it's not smooth. It's hard to see on the screen, but that's actually routed in the wood.
So I got her address.
I'm excited.
Now. Yeah, got her address, and that's going in the mail tomorrow with these $2 bills.
But now I guess I got to make her a different one.
Yes, Living with Hope.
The
saga continues.
This one is obsolete.
No, I don't think so, because even though that's not my channel name, that still will be the name. If I get a homestead, I've already said I'm going to get like one of them big things that you see over cattle ranches, says Hope's Homestead over the top of it, and I'm going to be like, look at what I did.
There we go.
And I'm going to go to Tractor Supply and get one of those 6-foot chickens and dare all my neighbors to say something. Look at my giant chicken.
I love it. Well, if anyone is interested in one of these for their channel, or hang up in their living room or their bathroom or whatever, contact Daryl. $20. He'll make them and we'll ship them out.
Duncan 1900 Homestead got one too there.
Yeah. Rusty did. Yep. Lou did. Mm-hmm.
There's a few people in here that did. Yeah. So.
Yes, Maria, we do. We all need more Living with Hope. I agree. She's buttering you up for something.
She does. You think she owes me money or something?
There's Miss Susan Sullivan.
I tell her that all the time. I'm like, Maria, you don't owe me money. You can quit talking to me. She does that to me even if we're on the phone. She talks to me like that. I'll call her for something and she's like, oh my God, Hope's on the phone. I'm like, you're so crazy. Would you stop?
Yeah, I hope she makes it. I just hope she makes it. That would be so great.
Now, a while back, though, I called her and she goes, who is this? So I obviously don't fall into this fan thing.
We're not famous like Hope's Homestead.
No.
Oh yeah.
So, well.
There you go. Maria loves her Hope. Maria, I'm right there with you. Yep, I'm right there with you.
But yeah, I think the one thing I'm most excited about for this year so far is going to probably be Southern Mamas. I'm real excited about doing this.
So, and you're not going to say who the 2 new mamas are you?
No, you're going to see. We're actually going this week, we are going to be filming a trailer, like an actual trailer. And in the trailer will be the day and times that we're going to do the live streams. And then we're doing something new this season that we've never done before, which is after we do the live stream once a week, we will also be filming a video. And we have got, I don't know, about 10 weeks worth of video ideas already stacked and ready to go. And they are going to be very funny.
So this is going to be Southern Mamas at the trailer park.
Yeah. No, not quite. You actually know one of the Southern Mamas if you've seen a couple live streams. She's been in a couple of videos, and that's Becky. I don't know if you guys remember seeing Becky in one of my live streams. You think I have an accent? You ain't heard nothing. Like, she rivals Farmer Meemaw. And the best part is she has a pet pig. That is her baby, her pig.
Is it a potbelly pig or is it a full-size pig?
She's a mini pig, and she lives in her house.
I knew somebody that did that.
She paints her hooves. She gives her a bath. She puts on her sunscreen before she goes outside. She has clothes. Like, this is her child.
the lady that has Smudge's brother, she's up in Pennsylvania. She has a a potbelly little pink pig, and that pig just goes around with all the rest of the dogs and snuggles and fights with them, and it's hysterical.
She has a cat, 2 dogs, and the pig.
Yeah, I'm telling her, just wait, man. Our friend of ours, Stedhomer, had a pig, and when Daryl took me over to, when we were still dating, and Daryl took me over to his house to meet Magnum, and Magnum was the perfect name for him because this potbelly pig was huge, and he had him in the house, and he had a kitty litter box, which he very rarely hit. It's like, no,
Yeah, Rosie's almost, well, she's about 2.5 now, and she barely topped the scale. She's not quite 60 pounds. She weighs 57, I think, is what Becky said.
That's right. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
She's really particular on how she feeds her so that she doesn't get really big.
Terry is asking, and she did ask him before, and I apologize. We did a question. What made you start doing videos on YouTube?
Well, at the time, it was when I thought that I was going to start a homestead on my property, and it was before all the nasty neighbor saga and all the things that went down. But I originally started looking for a homestead channel that had done nothing. Like, they had no clue what they were doing. I just wanted to see somebody start at the beginning, because everybody that I watched, they would do videos and say, well, okay, so I've had my chickens for 2 years now. And I'm like, but how did you start doing it? So I thought, well, you know what, I'll just do it. And I'm not the type, I wasn't the type to be willing to talk or be on camera at all. And so when I first told John I was going to do it, he was like, you're going to do what? And I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to make a YouTube channel. And he goes, babe, that's not you. I was like, I know, but I don't know. I'm just going to do it just for the fun of it. And if you ever go back through my channel and you find my very first video called Start of a Homestead, I talk with my hand over my mouth like this the whole time. I'm so nervous filming myself. I was like this the whole time. And eventually I just fell in love with it and never stopped. And I think at some point it stopped being, because at first I was trying to do, I would talk about what was going on. And I even done a little bit of tutorials, like how to clip your chicken's wings and stuff like that. But eventually it became less and less and less about what was going on the farm, and more and more and more about what was happening in our life. Going places with my mom, what we were doing with the kids, what I did in the house. It became a lot less about the animals and more about us.
I thoroughly enjoyed, and you probably know this because I messaged you when you were doing the videos that you did with your grandma.
Mm-hmm. The reason we've not done a lot of the videos, the Granny series, I loved doing the Granny series, and I'd actually talked to my grandparents on my dad's side about doing those, because I know my papa's got some really cool war stories. He was in the Vietnam War. He was in the Air Force, and that's how he lost his hearing. He was a mechanic on the bomber planes. But while I was in the midst of doing the series with Granny, because I was like, I'll do Granny's first, and then once we get past Granny's, I'll go to Papa, and eventually I'll go to Mama. Well, Papa's health started going downhill, and he ended up with dementia, and now he's lucky if he knows where he's at. So he no longer. So I unfortunately missed the window with him.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
But I just loved it when you had your mom and your aunt and your grandma on there. Like I told you, I could relate. Yeah. Yeah,
that was a really rough day of filming. I was kind of on the fence about doing that whole series. Not because I felt like they had anything to be ashamed of in any shape, form, or fashion. And I knew that is one of the most silent burdens that a child will carry, even as a grown adult.
Yes, ma'am.
That's something you will always carry with you. And I knew that was something that people could relate to. It's just, I was a little about doing it, only because the internet can be a very cruel place. And I didn't know how I felt about exposing exposing something like that to the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like, because trolls, they happen. And I have to say, I was like extremely surprised that they have never, even as long as those videos have been out, they have never gotten not one troll comment, not even one time.
And then the videos that you do with your children or whatever, they'll come out in droves.
Oh,
It's just amazing. Oh, yeah. I just,
yeah.
They need a life.
even had somebody troll me because I made a video joking about like the mean comments. It's just like, why do you care? Why do you care that I would, joke about this? Like, what is it? Why does it hurt you? People just, I don't know, they just amaze me.
Yeah, more and more each day.
Sometimes I'll get comments and I just look at it and I'm just like, wow. Yeah, I thought that would be a fun video to do is read just a handful of some of the worst things that people, and that's not even the worst. A lot of things that are like really severe, I would block and delete. So,
well, Maria's asking, what's the first legal animal you're going to have?
I will probably start out with chickens, to be honest.
See,
chickens are the gateway drug.
Told ya.
The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to call my cousin Marie and be like, I'm coming to pick up Trinket. Trinket has actually, since she left, Marie's sent me a few pictures and a couple of videos. She has hatched out several babies and she's raised several chicks into adulthood. So she's doing good.
So she's a granny chicken.
Yeah, little happy plucky self. That's my grand chickies.
All right. Well, it's a little bit after 10. So, folks, we certainly do apologize for early tonight. I don't know what the issue was.
We don't have any control over that.
But we had no control over it. And we're just glad everybody stuck with us and did. And we're glad you're all here. We certainly appreciate it.
Now, Cherish, on this keto thing that you're starting Wednesday, are you doing just a once a week vlog? No, you said every day you're going to do a vlog.
I'm going to do it every day.
Now, are you going to do anything on Facebook or just a YouTube vlog?
Just my YouTube vlog.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll do a YouTube vlog, and more than likely I will take pictures of food and post them to Instagram, which automatically goes to my Twitter and my YouTube Facebook account. So you'll be able to see the pictures of what I ate, in 3 different places, but you'll also get to watch the video. So
yeah. See, I don't.
I'm excited.
I don't mind doing that, and I've watched some. I will not show the scale. And I will not show if I even get, because Venus.
Well, you can show it, just not in use.
Yeah. And Venus suggested that inches are more important than the scale. I will not show how I have to tape 2 measuring tapes together to get a measure.
I'm going to be honest with you. That was something that I thought about too, is whether or not I wanted to share my actual weight. And I thought about that for a while, and I was like, do I want to put myself out there and say, because my Lord, I put myself out there with everything else, but I was like, do I really want to, tell people what I weigh? And then I started thinking about it, and there are a lot of people that are family members and friends, and then there are even people that work with my husband that watch my vlogs, and I was like, and none of these people need to know what I weigh, so we would keep that to ourselves.
Yeah, I don't even tell Daryl.
I told him, I was like, now if I lose like a huge significant amount of weight, I'll be like, look how fat I was. This is how much I was. Then I will. And I'm even going to take before pictures. I'm not going to show nobody the before pictures until I have after pictures.
Right. So, I hear you.
Yeah. I'll take those, but you ain't going to see them till there's a reason to. So yeah, I just, I can't face people at church and them looking at me like, I know how much you weigh now. No, thanks. I'll keep that under my hat.
Yeah, I got you there.
I'm assuming you're still going to the same church.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, they actually
she
made
used
me
to-
children's pastor. I don't know why.
She used to
I think that would be.
she used to do a lot of live
great
streaming
one.
from there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we used to live stream from there, but YouTube kept hitting me with copyrights really bad because we sing copywritten music.
Right.
And so they kept flagging it repetitively, so I kind of had to stop. But our pastor actually live streams on Facebook every single Sunday still. And then eventually the church is going to get their own YouTube.
Cool.
Good deal.
That would
Good
be
deal.
awesome. Yeah.
So
We are not going to keep you anymore. It is almost 10 after 10. And I did promise you that we wouldn't go past the hour. So got to keep that so you'll come on again sometime.
and next week,
Hey, I'll come in anytime you ask me to.
next week we have somebody a little bit different. WT Farm Girl is going to be our guest next week.
And then the following Monday, it's up in the air because we will be in Missouri.
Yes, we're going to go to Missouri and Doug and Stacy's
taking 2 children with us again.
Oh, my.
Oh yeah.
And then the week after that,
test Nana's patience when you're 4 of you in a truck for a.
and then the week after
4-hour
that,
ride.
Off Grid with Doug and Stacy will be
Our
here.
guests, right.
They will be our guests.
Yeah.
So,
Tell Doug that we demand that he do the Kiki in your feelings challenge. He has to do the dance. We want to see it. You have to Google it.
Okay, I will.
Okay.
I will.
Just Google in your feelings challenge.
In your feelings challenge.
Yeah,
All
Doug
right.
has to do this. It has to happen.
All right, everyone, have a wonderful week. We'll have another live show tomorrow night for video editing if anybody's interested. And everybody, take care. We will see you later.
Bye-bye.